Recording.
Okay, hey, this is Dr. DM Survine III once again coming back at you. You know, I promised you that I was going to come back to you and talk to you about love. And yes, that's who I am. I am your love doctor. Do you know that many individuals, men, women, boys, and girls spend large portions of our lives looking for love, searching for love, trying to find love? There was an old song that came out probably back in the 60s, early 60s. I'm looking for a love. I'm looking here and there. I'm searching everywhere. I'm look. What am I doing? I'm looking for a love, and just to call my own. And many of us are on that quest. We're looking for a love, and we're looking for love in all the wrong places. Because for one thing, we don't have a clue, and this was my problem. This was my personal problem, that I didn't have a clue what love looked like. I didn't know I didn't have a definition of real love. So therefore, I found many things. I found many things along the way, but none of them turned out to be real love. Most of them turned out to be a fantasy, a fake, a fraud. And I ended up with such things as, you may be familiar with this, a broken heart. And so what we're trying to do is prevent us from, and help to bring some understanding to what real love is. You know, love begins with love for God. And the number one thing that we need to be focusing on is that we need to love the Lord thy God with all your heart, your mind, your soul, your body. Submit yourself, commit yourself to God, and love him. And you know, if the question was asked to me as I read that passage of scripture, and it was, by the way, over in Matthew, the 22nd chapter, verses 35 through 40, Jesus made the statement that was the greatest commandment of all, that we love God. And you know, what does that look like in real life? Well, in real life, Jesus showed us what it looked like over in the Garden of Gethsemane. Over in the garden, just previous to him being crucified, where he prayed 3 times and in the flesh, and his flesh was saying, Father, can't we do this thing some other way? Can't this happen some other way other than me going through all this pain? And what happened was, as he prayed, his final outcome was, your will, not my will. And true love for God, true understanding of God, when we submit and surrender ourselves to God, it comes out his will, not our will. What am I saying? I'm saying that we need to submit our will over to God's will. We need to do what God would have us to do and not what our flesh wants to do. So when you want to cuss him out, you need to do what God said do. When you want to punch him out, you need to do what God said do. When we want to get rough and tough and put the hurt on folks, we need to follow what God would have us to do. And that's what true love for God looks like. It looks like me surrendering my will. And you know your will and you know my will. Sometimes we get a little agitated, we get a little upset, and then what we want to do, we want to just go off the deep end, off the handle. And God is not having it. God's will is not that way. So therefore we have to surrender what I really want to do. I have to surrender what I really want to say, and at times turn that over to the will of God. So that's what we're talking about. We're talking about love. And you may be one who has spent many days and many nights crying and weeping and being hurt on your quest, this thing that you're doing for looking for love. And we look under every rock, and you may have found some things, like I found some things, and found out that it was a fake, fraud, phony. So what am I trying to say today? I just want to share with you that great love. There is one who loves you. There is one who loves me. There is one who loves all of us. And he will never let you down. He will never break down on you. He will never leave you hanging, as we would say. And that has happened to me on many occasions. So what we want you to do is, we want you to get in touch with this love thing, with this love story, and find out that the Bible, the Bible, is a love story from the beginning to the end, from Genesis to Revelation. It's about a God and his love for his people. And when you take a look at that, you will start getting a better understanding, a real understanding of what love is really all about. And I want to share this with you right now. Love is not sex. Love is not some of the things that TV and radio and some of the songs that we hear is telling us what love is. That is not what love is all about. In fact, there is a man, and some of you might know him. His name is B.B. King, and he wrote a song called "The Thrill Is Gone." And some of this love that people are throwing at us or professing to have, when the thrill is gone, guess what? They're gone. They're out of here. They're out of our lives. They're out of our company. They no longer want to hang with us, as we say. So therefore, what we need is a real love. We need the kind of love that will last, even when on a stormy day, even when things are tough, even when it's raining in your world and my world. We need the kind of love that's going to stick it out. You know, take a licking, keep on ticking. That's the love that we're talking about. And there's much more to this love. There's a lot more happening in this realm of love. And you need to know it. And I need to be able to share it with you. And there's a lot that I can learn from you if you would just send me some info. So don't forget now. Don't you dare forget to go over to SurvineMinistries.com and leave me a little message. Let me know that you're hearing what I'm saying to you. Let me know that you want to know more about LOVE. We're talking about love. We're just going as deep as we can into this love thing. And what I just said to you, what I just gave you, that's just a tidbit of what's really going on around here with LOVE. We love you. This is a message from the Survine Ministries. Much love. God bless.